Hi there and good afternoon. You are here with Chelsea Marie from chelseamariecoaching.com. And today we're going to talk all about your energy, why it's disappearing, and how to get it back. So first, I want to start off by saying that if you know that, for one, you are type 2 diabetic, or if you have high blood pressure problems, if you have a thyroid problem, whether it's hyper or hypo, if you have, kidney problems, if you already know that you're struggling with something, that is exactly the reason why you're already low in energy. Anytime the body's out of balance, automatically your body, the last thing it's going to do is give you all this energy to be alive and all perky. It's simply going to focus, on keeping you alive and repairing and fixing whatever imbalance that you have. But in saying that, if you aren't diagnosed with anything, thank goodness if you're not, but if you don't know of anything that you have and you're a pretty healthy eater and you're just kind of left kind of guessing and wondering, where is my energy going? Why is it going anywhere? I don't really have anything, so why would I feel this way? The first thing I want to suggest is get your blood work done. This is the first thing I do anytime I sign on a new client or anyone decides to work with me. So I send them to their local lab near them, and then we test over 30 of their blood values. I don't know if you can really see it, there's a pretty long, extensive list. There's about 30 different blood levels that are checked. So the reason why I say this is because once you have your blood work, you are no longer left guessing. You have more of an idea as to, what is really causing you to be so low in energy. So for instance, getting your iron tested, getting, a whole panel of your red blood cells, knowing the size of your red blood cells, the quantity, your hemoglobin levels, your iron levels. If you're low in iron, then right off the bat, that's one of the reasons why you're so fatigued all the time. If, for instance, we get them to test their white blood cells as well. So if your white blood cells are off the chart, then you know right away that this tells you that there's some kind of infection going on in your body, whether it's a parasite, a yeast, or a fungus overgrowth. This right here, it gives you more direction. So for instance, your glucose fasting levels. If your glucose fasting levels are off the chart, that tells you right away that you're on your way to becoming type 2 diabetic. And the reason why you're so fatigued all the time is because of your sugar intake and your carbohydrate intake. If you, for instance, another level that I really love is the TSH and the C-reactive protein. So your TSH tells us exactly, what's happening with your thyroid. So if this is off, then you may not even know that your thyroid is on its way to becoming, hyper, which is a bit too sluggish. Your C-reactive protein also tells you how much inflammation you have in your body. So as I said, before I ever work with anyone, the first thing that we do is we get their blood work done. This way I could actually give them a food plan that is tailored to whatever is going on in their body. So that's my number one thing I want to talk about is your diet. So if at the moment, you don't have the opportunity or the chance to go get your blood work done, because I know it can add up quite fast, your best bet really is just to incorporate a wide variety of foods into your diet. All my clients, they come to me and they all have different blood levels, but the one thing that gets them back into balance is giving them a wide variety of foods. So, if you don't know off the chart what's going on, regardless, focus on whole foods. Focus on whole foods, but also foods that are anti-inflammatory. So having foods that are high in antioxidants are going to help to really bring down that inflammation in your body. Having a diet that is strictly 90% whole foods, if 90% of the meals that you're eating are made in your own kitchen, I guarantee you will notice a difference in your energy. So without knowing your blood levels, all in details, automatically just making sure that you are avoiding sugar as much as you can. I know we all know, but I know that it can be kind of hard to avoid our diet, but I find that knowing more and more what it does to our energy, the more it makes it easier to walk away from. So sugar, trans fats. Trans fats are oils that have been hydrogenated, they've been manipulated, they're cooked with, they're heated with. They'll even sometimes, add chemicals like hexane into them as well. These are used to sometimes preserve foods, to add flavor. You'll find them in chips and cookies and a lot of store-bought chocolate bars in general. So really just checking your ingredients. the trans fat specifically, and your alcohol and your sugar are going to be major factors in dipping down in your energy levels. So aside from that, if you find that overall you have a pretty healthy, balanced diet, you have a really wide variety of foods, doing that will ensure your mineral content, your protein content, all your building blocks and your essentials. If you are doing that, but you still find that you're really low in energy, the other reason for this is going to be because of your stress levels and your lifestyle environment. So if you are pregnant, chances are the reason why you're really tired is because you're really low in iron. You're producing a whole other human in your body, and your body's going to need a whole bunch of, higher doses of different vitamins and minerals. So that's one situation right there. If you are breastfeeding, chances are that your hormones are at a balance, because, for the body to produce another human. And then once we, get into the stage of actually being a mom, I mean, I don't know personally, I'm not a mom, but I have, clients who are moms and who've been in that situation. At that point, your progesterone, your estrogen, your cortisol levels, all your hormones in your body are out of whack. So a big part of that is, being patient with yourself, giving it some time. I mean, if you think of it as a mom, it's very similar to, if you are, your sleep for one is all out of whack. So it's similar to someone who's in this situation where they're working night shifts. As someone who's working night shifts, your body during that time of sleep, which would normally be your sleep, your body wants to rest, it wants to repair, it wants to clean itself out. So that right there increases your cortisol levels and your inflammation in your body. So also being, a brand new mom, you're up, all hours of the night, that alone throws off your sleep cycle. So getting your hormones checked is another great way to know exactly what's going on with your energy levels. If you know that you have a stressful job, if you are stressed, basically based on your finances, if it's your relationship, if, overall, we all have certain levels of stress in our lives, finding ways to manage those stressors will really make a difference with your energy levels. Yoga, meditation, going for walks, and even acupuncture have all been clinically proven to lower cortisol levels, but also help the body to manage the stressors that you have in your life. So if you are managing your cortisol levels, if you're managing your stress, if you are eating a well-rounded, balanced diet, then the other thing that I would recommend is at that point looking into incorporating some adaptogenic herbs that could really help your body to adapt to your stressors, but also to give you some more instant energy in the meantime while your body is still adapting and adjusting to your lifestyle. So a couple of my absolute favorite herbs is ashwagandha, rhodiola, and ginseng. Now, ginseng will give you that immediate bounce in your energy. It's one of my absolute favorites, and one thing I love so much about it is it's not just energy, you get mental clarity from it, and it's usually for like a good 8 to 10 hours of the day. So if this is something that you want to try out, read the label, make sure that there's no, I don't think there's any kind of contradictions with ginseng. I'm not 100% sure if you are pregnant or breastfeeding if you can take ginseng. So just double check with your pharmacist. They might even tell you what dose you can take. But if you are in a situation where you're neither or breastfeeding or pregnant and you want just some of that instant energy, ginseng is really one of my favorite go-to herbs. Plus, like I said, it lowers your cholesterol levels, sorry, not your cholesterol, your cortisol levels, and it really helps to balance out your body's ability to deal with stress. Rhodiola also is a great energy booster as well. This one I know if you are on antidepressants, you cannot take because it naturally elevates your mood. So you don't want to be doing both at the exact same time. Now, once again, rhodiola is going to help balance out your hormones in a more drastic way than other herbs. So I don't know 100% if it's something you want to take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. So please double check with that one. But rhodiola is an amazing energy booster. Athletes use it all the time to help their body recover from physical stress, but it also gives them that extra energy levels for their workouts and also for the recovery. Ashwagandha is not so much an energy booster, but it helps your body to recover from mental, physical, and emotional stressors in your life, which will help to regulate and to balance your cortisol levels, which will essentially give you more energy down the line. Now, holy basil and mushrooms, I believe those are the only two that you can take for energy if you are pregnant and breastfeeding. Please double check. I am just going based on my memory. It could be totally off, but holy basil, like I said, and cordyceps, specifically as a type of mushroom, are known to help balance your adrenals and to help balance your hormones. Now, with mushrooms, they do tend to take a bit more time to build up in your system, so the results might not be within a matter of like hours, the same way that it would be with like ginseng or rhodiola. So keep that in mind as well. Holy basil does an amazing job. You can drink it in a tea form. It'll really help to knock you out at night time. It'll help to give you a deeper sleep. But overall, the one thing that all these herbs will do, the ginseng, ashwagandha, rhodiola, holy basil, and the mushrooms, they'll typically all help to lower your oh my goodness, your cortisol levels, and they'll all help to assist your body in adapting to your stressors. And specifically, the ginseng and the rhodiola will give you more of that instant energy boost. Now, once again, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, please double check. And in that case, it could very well be the fact that your body is low in iron. Your body could also be very well low in B12 and also folic acid, which are usually, quite drastically depleted, whether it's during pregnancy or even during breastfeeding. Keep in mind, your body needs more nutrition to really top itself up. So if you guys are looking to get your own panel of your own blood work done, if you want a meal plan that is 100% tailored to your inflammatory marks, your hormones, your red blood cells, this is something I would be more than happy to provide you with. I am doing complimentary discovery calls. This is your opportunity for us to get to know each other a bit better, for me to learn about your goals and to really understand how I can be of help, whether it's with your weight loss journey, or overall finding that healthy balance between, your day-to-day life, running your business, but also topping yourself up with good foods and nutrition. I have 10 more spots left until the New Year's. So if this is something you're interested in, please email me as soon as possible because the spots are going pretty quickly. You can contact me at chelseamariecoaching@gmail.com. Anyways, I'll be back here next Wednesday. And until then, have an amazing week. And by the way, if you guys have any further questions, if you have any topics that you want to hear about, let me know. What are your struggles right now with whether it's your diet or, finding that healthy balance in your life? Let me know. Post them down below. I would be more than happy to address them in one of my videos. Anyways, have an amazing week and I'll be back here next Wednesday. Bye.